side, but I'm still hesitating. Cause there is this distance, and we both feel it through the dark in our hearts. Gotta keep from breaking. I am not afraid of the storms of day to day. I know that they will pass us by. The life may fall apart. We are stronger through the scars we know. Cause we both have gotta try. Cause if we keep holding on, we can break through these walls. Keeping these open arms through the storm, we'll make it out. And if we keep holding on, we can find love that's lost. Things are not too far gone, but not that far. Keep holding on. We are left hopeless. We catch a breath, make amends, and get lost in the drifting moments. The tide of love's rising, but we're swimming for our lives and we stay the same through all the waves. Can I keep our focus? I am not afraid of the storms of day to day. I know that they will pass us by. The life may fall apart. We are stronger through the scars we know. Cause we both have gotta try. Cause if we keep holding on, we can break through these walls. Keeping these open arms through the storm, we'll make it out. And if we keep holding on, we can find love that's lost. Things are not too far gone, but not that far. Keep holding on. Part of me's waiting, seeing your face in the dead of night by my side, but I'm still hesitating. Cause there is this distance, and we both feel it through the dark in our hearts. Gotta keep from breaking.
Yo, how's it going?
How you been?
Yeah, pretty good, pretty good. How have you been?
Fucking busy, bro. Fucking had to go back to the dentist yesterday.
Oh no. Uh,
No, it was just a cleaning, but she fucking
okay.
rescaled my mouth like a fucking bitch.
Right.
Like, I was pissed. Like, she rescaled my mouth and then she cleaned the teeth and then she fucking polished the teeth. But, like, I was in so much
right.
fucking pain yesterday, I didn't want to do anything. It was
Oof.
didn't want to fucking do it.
I feel that.
Like, rough.
We got 4 minutes. We can just hang out for a little bit longer. We got some people in here. We got someone from my capstone here, actually. Hanging out, watching with us. It's my lead producer.
Hello, how are you? What's up?
If he's still here. Yo, Banksy, what you doing? Now we got Skunk over here too. Making the whole podcast smell awful and terrible. Thanks, bro. Thank you. Ah, I got you, Banksy. Skunk says, "'Tis my job." Well, just a little bit of preview. Today we're talking about Assassin's Creed Syndicate all the way through Odyssey. We'll be open to any questions you guys might have as well, so if y'all want to ask any, make sure you drop those in chat. We'll hit them up. We are both happy to have y'all here. Thank you for coming by. Got 2 more minutes, then we'll go ahead and get started.
Sucks when we had to revise the stream times though. Happens though.
It's all good. It's no worries. And today will be the only time where we have to limit to an hour, just because I have a meeting with my capstone at 3. So after that, though, Fridays should be open for me.
That'll work. Hope, but now watch. My job's gonna throw me back on Fridays.
I mean, hey, if they do, that's fine. We don't have to have a set schedule.
Y'all are some assholes. That's what I'm gonna tell them.
Man, don't let them hear you talking like that.
Shit, I'll say it to my boss's face, and I'll tell him the Dolphins suck.
Oh man.
What happened to your pack, bro?
What pack?
Your fucking cheesehead, homie. Your fucking.
Oh, man, I don't know, man.
You got fucking slayed. First quarter, Aaron Rodgers was doing fucking key and peel hip thrusts, and then second quarter on, he was just getting slain.
Right. Honestly, bro, it is what it is. They can keep screwing me over. It's a bummer, but
they're gonna get into the playoffs. Just wait. Just wait.
See, I feel like it was the short preseason that they had.
They didn't have any preseason.
Oh, that's right. They didn't have any. There was no preseason for any team, right? All right, it is 2 o'clock. I'm gonna start switching us over. Let's see. It is what it is. It is what it is. Hold on, I'm gonna change the display. Bring this over here. Cool. All right, guys. So we got an exciting episode. Curtis is really excited to finish off the Assassin's Creed series we started. Last week we talked about how from Assassin's Creed 1 all the way to Rogue, they kind of remain the same with the exception of the ship combat that they added in. But like last week, I'll let you, or like the other time, I'll let you go ahead and take this off, Curtis. Take it away, my friend. Oh, let me pause the music too. We don't need that.
I mean, the thing about it is like this. So they didn't really change a whole lot. They added a couple of new things, like you said, the ship combat or the nautical combat, if you will.
Right.
That was just an addition. It wasn't a feature change. It wasn't a design change. It wasn't anything that actually brought new life into the series.
Right.
And they held true to that in um, in Syndicate, except
Mhm.
they kind of changed up that you play two different people, a
Right.
brother and a sister, instead of just one dude.
Yeah. No.
And
Like.
like that was cool, but they didn't change anything again.
Mhm.
Like
Right.
that's what we're
Mechanically,
saying.
it still
They
remained the
just
same.
made them
Like,
right, right. No, exactly. It feature and mechanically, it stayed exactly the same.
I think like
And
the only real
in my
addition.
opinion,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I think the
I
only
was
real
just saying,
addition that they had was the grappling hook. Like they didn't have the nautical combat
yeah,
either. It was just the grappling hook. That's all they
right.
added to it.
But that was just a way to get up
Mhm.
buildings faster. It wasn't like
Right.
an actual
Right.
feature change. It wasn't an actual like, and that's what I'm saying. They didn't do anything, and in my opinion, it was just it had started to become stagnant.
Mhm.
Because like, who wants to play the same exact game every single year
Right.
with only a storyline change? Like that gets old. It gets real old.
Right. Right. Right.
But I was like I said last time, I had stopped really like playing them to completion uh probably around Black Flag.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
that was the last one I really all out played.
Right.
The other
Oh,
ones I was
same.
like, oh, let's see the story, oh, what's this about? And then it was just like, meh, okay, I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't really need to play any more of this.
No, they really did remain the same. I think Syndicate. I got through a good portion of the story, but I think what did it for me was just the I did not like doing the chicks missions. I did not like hers cuz so obviously you know me. I like to be like upfront and personal, getting in people's faces when I'm like getting in combat and stuff. So
Right.
that's why I loved like classic Assassin's Creed because you can kind of build your who you're playing as towards who you like, especially like through Assassin's Creed 2 all the way through Revelations. You can kind of build Ezio to like tailor towards your preference, but I didn't really feel like the girl in Syndicate was like she was only stealth, and then the guy was like, oh, get up front and personal. He was I forgot the name of the group he started, but little street gang in London. Like I
Right.
enjoyed that. Like that was fun, but I never completed it because I would always go to like do the girls' missions, and then it was just like, okay, well, I mean, cool. I stealth through everything, but like, now what? I did like,
Well, see,
however,
and
in
that's
that. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say that's the thing. Like they kind of separated how you play the assassin
Mm.
because like in 1, 2, all of Ezio's 3, 4, and even Rogue and Unity, when you play as the assassin,
Hmm.
you could either be stealth or you could get right up, just drop off a rooftop into a group of people and start wailing on them with a mallet. Like
Right.
that's you were able to choose which way you wanted to play it.
Right.
But in
Right.
Syndicate, they kind of split them, like you're saying. One character is stealthy, like mainly stealthy. One character is mainly up in your face and beating the shit out of people.
Right. And that's why I do like how I never actually played, like, sat down and played, but with Odyssey, I know you can, like, choose who to play as, but you can still kind of, like, tailor it to your own preference. Whether you play as the girl assassin or
Right?
the guy
Because
assassin.
literally all that is it's a visual kind of thing. Like
Right.
it's still the same storyline.
Hmm.
It's still you still have the same trees. The only difference between playing a guy or a girl is uh, there's one set of armor that changes depending on who
Okay.
you play as.
Okay.
I picked the female
Mhm.
and with that armor, you look like an Amazonian, like straight from Wonder Woman's island. Like
Nice.
no shit, like you look like Wonder Woman,
Right.
which is really neat. But that's literally the only change, and it's the only thing that they do that that choice matters.
Oh yeah. And I think that's brilliant because, and this is actually something I did for my graduate with an assignment that I recently did where it tailors more towards the people who want like diversity and like have that representation of themselves in video games, because lately we've been seeing a lot of video games even show more female protagonists, which I think is really cool. The Last of Us 2, I know it got a lot of shit, but I think it was awesome. I loved the game. I watched some gameplay. I know you loved it as well. You were talking about it, but I just feel like having that ability to choose like who you want to play as and like being able to choose that female protagonist in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, it really like fancies the people who want to be like, okay, well, I'm a female playing a game and I love the Assassin's Creed franchise, and I know they touched up on it in Syndicate a little bit where you can play as either or, but it's two different stories in that sense. But with Odyssey, I know
Right.
that like it's the same story and they can say, "Oh, sweet, I'm playing as a girl now." And I feel more connected to who I'm playing as now. Whereas like rather than you're just stuck playing
Exactly.
as a guy the whole time.
Exactly. No, you're
But
absolutely right. I, I, but listen. So there's not a whole lot to be said about Syndicate other than
mhm.
that. Um,
I mean,
so
yeah,
let's just jump right into Origins because
for sure.
Origins
It
they
was
completely overhauled the game.
oh yeah, it was a
I'm
complete
talking.
rehaul,
You've got
overhaul.
you've got actual levels now. You've got skill points now. You've got actual combat where you have to dodge. You have to. I don't even
Right.
think there was blocking. There was just dodging. But
I
it's
think it
like
was
you
more like
actually have like, and
parrying.
if you, yeah, but it's like if you messed up, if you did something wrong, you're dead. Like if
Oh
you got
yeah.
four guys on you and you don't dodge, strike, dodge, strike, dodge, and like you're going to die if you get hit once. They're just gonna keep beating on you, and you're gone.
Oh yeah, no,
And it was amazing to me.
the punishment and reward system in that game was perfect because like you said, you don't dodge, you get hit, like hey, you fucked up, buddy. But like in a punch the player actually, whereas in like Assassin's Creed the previous games, you could get hit a couple of times but then like start wailing on the people and like regenerate your health, which I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly they completely got rid of health regeneration unless you're out of combat in Origins, correct?
Uh, yes, I unless I'm mistaken, there was a way for you to heal yourself.
Okay.
Well, maybe that's in Odyssey. I
Okay.
get Odyssey and Origins confused because they're very similar
Oh no, they
in
definitely are.
style and play. But no, and you could be right. Like they could have completely gotten rid of like if you were in a fight, you could not regen. But I
Mhm.
don't. I mean, maybe yeah, you had to get out of combat to actually regen your health,
Mhm.
which posed a whole new feature because then it's like as long as you're in combat, you're going to be in that fight. And if you
Right.
don't complete that fight and you die, you have to start all over.
Right, and I think like, and this is me just like I love the Dark Souls franchise and everything from Software, and I feel like that's perfect because, and I know in Dark Souls you can heal yourself in the middle of combat, but being able to like take that punishment and like you have to like you said
Cool.
keep getting through the fight, it's really good and it feels realistic. It adds urgency to the
Yeah.
player, and it's just it makes the player feel like they're in that fight and they're in that combat. And like you said, I stopped playing through completion after four, or it was either four or Rogue. I forgot which game I completed all the way through, but Assassin's Creed Origins was the first game where I came back and I was like, oh man, like I want to complete this game. Unfortunately, I got it on the Xbox Game Pass, and then my Xbox Live ran out, so I couldn't play it any longer. But
Oh man, I
yeah,
played that game so far through, like all the way through. I got all the gold weapons, like the unique weapons. I got.
nice,
I even
nice.
I don't even know if you know that you could fight the gods. There was
Really,
yeah, like
that's cool.
you fought. you fought Anubis, you fought
Oh, that's awesome.
Sekhmet, and you fought another one, and it was amazing. Like I have a picture on my PlayStation that used to be my background forever, because the Anubis armor set that you could get was like always on fire, like on the
That's
shoulders.
cool. That's awesome.
Yeah. So like I went to the Coliseum and I just sat down on the bench like in the hallway going into the Coliseum, and I just went into photo mode and took a picture, and I was like, this is gonna be my background for a while now.
Nice. Yeah, see, I wish I could have played more of that game because like the whole overhaul even. I feel like they were trying to go more towards and approach a new demographic with the game. Obviously, they still
Mhm.
wanted the like OG assassins to enjoy and love what they're playing, but they also wanted to like give it a new feel because like it got dried out. Like that, I'm sorry to say, but the whole concept got dried out. But then like you said, they added the new combat system. That was awesome. The levels, that
Yeah,
was cool.
super
But
stagnant.
oh no, yeah, it was very stagnant. I also like how they changed the wall climbing mechanic even. Like it wasn't the same. Like you just ran up to the wall and you started climbing. Whereas like
I
in previous ones, you had to like if you were just like walking up to the wall, you won't climb. But this one, you had to like you'd have to actually sprint up. But in Origins, you would just run up to the wall and you start climbing, and you actually had to pick where you were going because if I remember correctly, there were some plateaus that you would try to climb, and it was like getting the achievement of like jump off the highest place in such place. But I remember I was climbing up the wall, and I could be just a dumbass, but as I was climbing, I tried to grab onto a ledge, and then I fell because it wasn't the right pathing. So you had to actually, rather than like the previous Assassin's games, it like held your hand and say go this way, but this game it's like you have to take this certain path or you're not going to make it up there. So it confused the hell out of me. I don't know if I was just a dumbass and I was like wall climbing improperly, but I'm pretty sure it was like the starting area. There's off to like the southeast. There's that huge like ravine and plateau that you can climb up, and you can synchronize with a couple of viewpoints. And yeah, as I was climbing up, man, like I completely miffed my jump, and then I just fell down to my death, and I had to reclimb that whole wall, which I think is pretty cool.
So like that's another thing that I'm super glad that they revised was Eagle Vision,
Yes.
because the Eagle Vision was getting, I mean, it was cool, but it was like the way that they have it now where like the camera goes up and you actually take control of your eagle,
Mhm.
and
Oh
you can
yeah.
fly him around and you can look at stuff and he can spot things out for you. Like having
I
that
forgot about
view
that.
while you're trying. Oh, dude, it was super amazing in Odyssey.
Okay.
But like just having that higher view where you can like scout and you can see everything around you, and you're like, oh, I didn't even know that was over there. I'm gonna go to that.
Right. Yeah. Oh man, I can't believe I forgot about that. That was probably one of my favorite things about that entire game. Cuz I remember I first activated the Eagle Vision and like you said you like go into the form of your or you start controlling the eagle. I was like, "Yo, whoa, what? This is
Very pretty views.
amazing."
Yep, it
Yeah.
was
Oh.
awesome, dude.
And like
So
I
you're talking about redesigning. So features wise, you're redesigning the Eagle Vision. You're redesigning combat. You're redesigning a leveling system, or you're introducing a leveling system. You're you've
re
redesigned movement. Like it was literally a complete overhaul of the game in
Oh
good
no, yeah,
shortness of words.
it was a brand new game. It was brand new. Because all the other games, it was
Yeah,
just kind of like, oh, here we'll update the graphics, we'll add in maybe
right.
a small feature. No,
Yep.
this game they were like, we're taking an entire 2 years off, and then we're finally gonna release this game, and it paid off. Like it really paid off. The success, like Assassin's Creed started dying after
Correct.
I think it's 4 even, like way back at 4, it started dying, and they weren't making as much money. But then all of a sudden, out comes Origins, and everyone it flew off the shelves. It was such a massive
For
success
Die
that
Hard.
Oh yeah, well all
You
the
got your
die
diehards, but they were gonna stay forever.
right. Um, but everyone loved it. I loved it. I wish I could have beaten it. I don't have the money to play it anymore, but hey, I got Valhalla coming out soon, so I'm definitely gonna beat that game. But
Right? No,
yeah,
yeah, I loved it, and the other thing they introduced, mechanic, or I guess it would be a feature, was the crafting system. So like
mm,
you had to gain, like you had to kill like X amount of crocodiles to get their skins, or you had to kill X amount of like lynxes to get their coats, or whatever, deer to get their skins, and then you had to use those to upgrade your stuff, like your quiver satchel, or your bow, or your sword, or whatever it be.
right.
And that was just a whole new thing for them.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but there was like it wasn't naval combat, but you could still do something with like I don't know what they were
There
called, but like
there was naval combat, but it wasn't like they were boats, like for sure.
yeah,
But like here's the thing, you're in Egypt, and you're like right on, like it encompasses Egypt, and then uh, parts of Greece, like
right.
the Greek Empire was
Mhm.
spanning into Egypt, and then it had the Nile running down the center,
Mhm.
and like you can't really do naval combat in a freaking river, dude.
No,
Like
no, right.
there's just not enough space.
I
But there was a form of water combat, like boat combat,
right.
in the game.
Yeah. See, I did love the as much as I did love the naval combat in the previous games. There was a lot of it where had a lot of questions and concerns about it. Like it wasn't executed perfectly. I thought it was executed well, but not perfectly. And I feel like with this in Origins, they made it a little better rather than like ship against ship. You can kind of like go in your little boat, sail up to like this other dude's boat, and then take their boat, commandeer. Hey, I'm commandeering your ship, type of deal. Um, but like I said, I was unable to get the full concept and like the full experience of Origins, and I really wish I did. And I like even then, that's around the time when I started or Origins Origins Odyssey came out around the time I started really getting serious about my education. So like I even stopped playing games altogether, and I didn't even touch Odyssey. Like I've watched gameplay here and there of it, but I did not touch it. And that's why I want
Oh,
to come back.
you need to pick it up.
I see.
It's
I
really
know
good.
everyone speaks so highly of it. But I cannot wait for Valhalla to come out because I have that pre-ordered. So that's once that comes
But
out,
I
I'm playing
honestly
the.
wouldn't play Valhalla without playing Odyssey. I'm gonna
Yeah.
be honest.
Okay.
No,
All right.
because it's just like, so like, if Assassin's Creed 4 is the greatest Assassin's Creed in your opinion,
Mhm.
Odyssey is a 10 on a 10
Oh.
scale,
All
where
right.
4 is like a 5.
Oh. All
Like
right.
it's that much better.
If I if
There's
if I hate this game, I'm
like,
holding you to it.
bro, that's fine. If you hate the game, I'll fucking give you the money for it. But it's like the same thing. You remember when I was like, we were talking, and I was like, "Yo, Horizon Zero Dawn, get Horizon Zero Dawn,"
Yeah.
and you were like, "I don't know if I would like it." And I was like, "If you don't like this game, you can like punch me in the face because you're gonna love this game."
Yeah.
You got sucked into that game for like a solid 2 weeks before you had to like pull yourself out of it and be like, "Okay, I need to focus on my schooling again."
I remember that. Yep.
Same. It's the same thing with Odyssey. Like
All
you're
right.
going to be sucked into it, especially the first time. Like you walk over a mountain and you like look over the mountain and you see like just a Greek Acropolis just sprawled out in front of you. You're like, stop, stop.
All right then. All right. I have faith in you. I have faith in you. Tyler, if you're still watching, I apologize because I'm gonna be getting Odyssey here soon. I'll still do all my work, I promise. it might not
I
be the
promise.
it might not be the 100% best, but yeah, see, and that's what I'm saying. Like I enjoyed the overhaul. I know a lot of OG fans that were like, "Oh, fuck this game. It's not Assassin's Creed anymore." It's like, well, obviously, like they have to change something. Like even Call of Duty. I did not like the advanced movement, but even then, hashtag fired.
Fired.
um, but even Call of Duty, I didn't like the advanced movement, but it was like it was getting dried out, so they had to do something with it. And then finally, I think the only game that it worked out was Advanced Warfare. I think it was because when Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4 did it, I didn't like it. Or Black Ops 4, is that boots on the ground? I forget. But no, this isn't a Call of Duty game. But eventually, games, their mechanics get dried out, and the designers, the developers, and even the artists, they have to do something new with it. And like that's where I feel like Assassin's Creed really like they were trying concepts. They added in the ship. All right, it worked for a little bit, but then it got dried out again. They added the advanced movement around the city, like grappling hooks and whatnot. It worked for a little bit, but then it stopped. So they finally said, you know what, we need to recreate this game because yes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But right now it's broken, and we need to fix it. And I feel it worked for the better. And I do like how they brought back the naval combat in Odyssey. I think that's awesome. I know it's not the same as it was in Rogue or 4 or 3 for that matter, because I know you were able to do a little bit in 3. But I heard that it was fantastic. I have a close friend of mine who praised it and said it's not like 4, but it's honestly better. And
It's
I
amazing. You can so like
and I love
you
the
have
Greek pantheon. The Greek pantheon is probably my second favorite. First
right.
being
So
go
you
ahead.
would love just walking through a Greek town and seeing statues of Zeus
Oh,
and like
100%.
climbing up a statue of Poseidon and stepping on his little peepee on the leaf. Like you know, like it's so detailed that like if you just have a couple beers, catch a buzz, you will lose yourself in this game.
All
Like I
right.
used to play it with no lights on, with a buzz, and I would just be literally lost in the game. I like it's one of those things with me. Like a game isn't really good unless I completely lose track of time within the game. And like
No
I
doubt.
remember one night my girl went to bed at like probably like 8 or 9, pretty early, and I was like, bet it's Odyssey time. I turned out every light. I pulled my TV away from the wall so it was like in my face, and I
Nice.
just sat down on the couch having a couple drinks. Next thing I know, I look at the clock. It's 4 a.m. and I have
Whew.
work the next day. And I
Oh
was like,
no.
what just happened?
Right. See, that's I remember when I first got my Switch and I started playing Breath of the Wild. That's what happened with me.
Yeah,
And that's another
same.
we
It's
we
the same difference.
it really
It's not
is.
as like so. Breath of the Wild is captivating because like
Right.
just the music and the sounds and the physics and everything that actually goes into it. But like, it's not like that. It's just like I found myself like just like walking through the towns and just looking at stuff and being like, man,
Okay.
this is just fucking awesome. Like,
Nice.
and that's. But going back to the naval combat in Odyssey, so like it's not the same as like Black Flag or any of those because there's
Right.
no like cannons or anything, but you shoot bows and arrows and you throw spears,
That's awesome. I love
and
that.
then you'll get this upgrade where you'll have like a fire pit on
Mhm.
your ship, so that you can shoot fire arrows and throw fire spears.
Right.
And then if you get the two DLCs for it, there's a quest in the DLCs that gives you like this front mounted flamethrower on your ship.
Wow.
So you can literally just like drop your sails, go headlong into a ship, ram the shit out of them, and then just light them on fire.
Nice. See,
Yeah.
and you know damn well that Valhalla is gonna have some sort of naval combat.
Oh, it has to. They're Vikings.
Oh
They're
yeah, of
they're
course.
spending 75% of their time on the water.
Right. Man, see, and that's what I'm saying. Like Assassin's Creed, it really hit the OGs where they needed to be hit because like I started getting dried out. I started getting bored. I was just like, oh man, I don't want to play this game. And I know that like I sound like a broken record, but like it was really necessary. And I wish I could
That's
speak
what
more
it
on
was,
it.
though.
Right. And
Like
I
broken
wish
record or not, that's what it was.
right. And I wish I could speak more about it, but like, damn, like just going from Syndicate, because I remember I played Syndicate and then immediately when I stopped and put the controller down, I downloaded Origins and I was like, this is a completely different game, and I loved it. I loved it. But like you, if you speak so highly about Odyssey, I'll definitely pick it up. That I'll
Oh,
definitely pick
dude,
it up.
if like Endgame in Odyssey, you get to fight a Minotaur,
Oh,
you get to fight a Cyclops,
nice.
you get to fight Medusa.
Ooh,
Yeah, and Medusa will turn you to stone and will break you in like 10 seconds. Like if you're not, like
that's
you have to
awesome.
be on top of your shit fighting Medusa because she will literally turn you to stone and you will die.
That's cool. You see,
Like full health, you get turned to stone, you're dead.
wow. I really wish, because like I love how we can approach these games from a designer's aspect, where we can talk about briefly the systems and the art. But I really wish we had some sort of like developer here with us as well, to kind of like who's actually played the Assassin's Creed games and kind of like walk us through what actually happened as well. Which that's another thing, we can talk about that later. But I really like I love that we can talk about this stuff, and like this is the point of the gaming industry even. Like we talk about video games, that's what we do. But man, there's a lot of
Always.
systems in the new Assassin's Creed game. There's a lot of systems that I really want to just learn more about. And like if someone were to ask me why I like video games, that's what I would give them. Like I want to learn the theory about games. I want to learn the theory about game design. I want to learn what makes the systems work and what makes them not work.
Right.
And like
I mean, sorry, I did a sort of a crafting thing in my capstone when I went through the
mhm.
bachelor's program at Full Sail, but I'm gonna be honest, it was like ridiculously easy for crafting. I always
Well,
thought
yeah.
crafting was like this massive system that was just like huge and entangled, and it was just no, no. It was so easy. You just have a block that you give a tag of a green herb and a block that you give a tag of a blue herb. Then you have a block that you give a tab of a yellow herb. And if you have a green and you have a blue and you hit the button, it gives you a yellow.
Right. Okay.
Like it's crafting is that simple. And like I said, I always thought it was something like fucking ridiculously hard.
I mean,
And then I
obviously
did
the
it and I was
more
like, wow.
obviously the more you have in there, the more complex it gets. But yeah, no, for
Right, but
sure.
like at its base, it's just items with tags, and
Mhm.
then like what the item looks like is obviously just a sprite, if you will, and like that's all it is.
Right.
But you just tag them as what they are, and then you say if item tag this plus item tag that, and then you just make this.
All right, hold up. We got to get some other developers or designers. I know there's a couple in here. What are you guys' thoughts on this whole thing? Not just what Curtis is talking about with the system of crafting, but just anything like Assassin's Creed related even. I want to hear from the chat. But we can keep talking. Hopefully someone will spit something out there. But no, yeah, and I know that Assassin's Creed, you said Odyssey has it as well, correct? The crafting.
Yeah, but it's not like
It wasn't like Origins.
yeah, it's a little
Okay.
different than Origins. It's still cool, but it's
Mhm.
like you gotta find this orichalcum or I hate I always mess that word up. It's like trying to say Worcestershire sucks.
Right.
Um, but it's like you find this orichalcum ore, and that ore you have to, and it's like just randomly scattered throughout the world. Or you can do like missions and stuff to get it, but that's how you upgrade your uh your items. Like so, like when you get like a unique item, it it is whatever level you are when you receive it.
Okay.
But then you like when you want to upgrade it, you have to use like stone or steel or stuff like that. And then once it gets to a certain part, you can only upgrade it with this orichalcum ore.
Interesting. Okay. Okay.
And that's like a big jump. Like if your item is like level 30 and you're like level 70, it'll jump immediately to 70.
Wow. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Hmm. Does it work? So are there like, is it just take one, or can you go like, or do you have to
Oh
have like
no,
4 or 5?
it's like 15.
Okay, so like say it was just like
And these things,
30 to 35, it would be just probably like 1 or 2.
it would be like that would be a small jump, so that would be like your stone and your steel and your whatnots.
Okay, okay.
But like to make the set jump from boop to boop like 70 levels or whatnot, like
Right.
that's where it takes the orc alchemy. And
I
sometimes
see.
it's even like you can buy special gear with that stuff from a certain vendor.
Right. And see that like that even like I know you and I have talked about this like with people being carried in video games, like it really just takes away from the want to like and the desire to play the game, but like it makes people like have a desire because if there's a I'm the kind of person if I have a piece of gear that I really enjoy, I don't want to give it away. So like say we
Yep.
have like this one sword, I'm gonna want to hold on to it for a long time if I really enjoy it, and it actually gives me a sense of accomplishment when I can kind of get that from that level 30 to level 70, like you said. It inspires them to
So
do
now
greater.
let me do explain this to you if you do pick up Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
All right.
There is no hidden blade.
Really? Well, yeah. So
Yeah, it's gone.
it was before
Nope.
Origins, right?
Because Bayek has a hidden blade and it's after.
Oh.
Well, I think they're like paralleled.
Hmm.
Honestly,
Okay.
they're close to the same time frame. But Bayek has a hidden blade
Right.
in Origins, but in Odyssey you so they it's called the Spear of Leonidas, and
Okay.
I know you know who Leonidas is.
Yes. Yeah.
But to go more in depth on it, the spearhead of Leonidas is what some refer to as the Spear of Destiny,
Hmm.
which, depending on your belief system, the Spear of Destiny is the spear that pierced Jesus' side while he was on the cross
Right.
and got bled on by Jesus' blood, which made it a supernatural thing.
Right.
Like
Right.
even Hitler in World War II was searching for the Spear of Destiny, believing that if he possessed this spear, he would be able to conquer the entire world. That's how
Right.
much they believed in stuff like that. But you technically have like just a busted off end of Leonidas's spear,
Right.
and depending on how you build, your trees and whatnot,
Hmm.
there's this one move where you take the spear and you like throw it at a guy like to kill him from a distance, and when it hits him, you teleport to the spear.
Wow. That's cool. That's it.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
interesting.
telling you,
I
dude,
like
it's
that.
it's insane. And then you can put more points into that, and it can become like a three chain. So like you throw it, hit somebody, and then when you land after teleporting, you're holding the spear. It like slows down motion or slows down time,
Hmm.
and you can pan the camera and be like, "Oh, there's another guy." Fling. Then you teleport over there after you kill him.
That's cool. I like that. That's awesome. Yeah,
Yeah,
I need to pick the
it's
game up.
pretty nifty.
I will say one thing, it's not really like dev or design oriented, but I do like how they kind of brought about the story of the assassins in general and why like especially during Altair's time and not really Ezio's because they fixed it, but cutting off the ring finger for the um, assassins because it's basically resembling because I remember the first time Bayek used his hidden blade, he did it with a fist, right? And I remember his wife was telling him, make sure your hand is open and pointed out, but it cut through his ring finger, um,
Right.
basically severing his ties with his wife, correct? Not, not, not,
I
not.
mean, some people say that, but like basically just saying that like there is no like he's still with his wife. Him and
No,
him and his
yeah,
wife are
100,
still
right,
like
correct.
you know
Mar-
married, but
oh snap!
it's like,
Hold on, sorry about that.
oh, camera down.
My fucking cat.
Well, like here's my thing. My thing is like if I had a hidden blade, it would be on my right hand. It wouldn't be on my left hand because I'm not left-handed. I'm not coordinated with my left hand. I'm not like I can't even throw a baseball or right or anything with left-handed.
Right.
So I would have to use my right hand.
Oh fuck! I think my cat
So it
busted
wouldn't
this.
sever.
Sorry, continue. I
You're
think my
good.
cat
It was
busted
just
it.
like,
Don't worry, I'll beat
see,
his
that's
ass a
why I
little.
have
Wait,
dogs.
yeah, no, he fucked it. Hold on. I'm gonna switch it
This
over
is
to
why I
my
have dogs.
right. Hold on, everybody. I apologize. We'll switch over to my face cam
That's
over here.
awesome.
All right. Anyway, I did not mean to derail that entire thing. My cat's being a dumbass.
No, you're good. You're good. No, I was just saying like, th- I don't know what the whole premise behind cutting it off was, like
Mhm.
cutting their finger off was, besides the fact that, listen, bro, you're gonna lose it anyway. Like the
Right.
second you use it, and I don't even understand that. Like, are you shooting it out like this, like this,
Right. Right.
like right? Like if you're like this, there's no way you're gonna lose your fucking finger, like
But
at
no,
all.
I remember the first time Bayek did it, he had a closed fist, and so like it cut through his
Well,
finger.
he was like, yeah, like there was a situation, but that was a really cool thing to do, to like bring it back around, because
Mhm.
in the Assassin's Creed before it, like they still had all the fingers. They must have modified the hidden blade in some way
Well, yeah, no, after
so that it didn't
cause
take your finger off.
in Assassin's Creed 2 they kind of talked about Leonardo da Vinci modified it. Because I remember
Right.
Ezio, he slammed his finger on the table and he was just like, all right, just get it over with. And then Leonardo came over and like pretended to hatch his finger off, or butcher his finger off. Yeah.
No, but I'm I will sing the praises of Odyssey, especially because if you get the DLCs, you get to um you get to go to Atlantis.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, so that's one of those things where it's like,
That's another
what?
thing I loved about the games. They really started going more into the lore and the mythos. Because
Mm-hmm.
Assassin's Creed 1 was just kind of like, yeah, so there's a history behind this with the items of Eden. And then come Assassin's Creed Syndicate, it started getting a little bit more into it, but then finally Origins, they're like, yeah, no, this is a full blown, like the mythology is real, the mythos is real,
Right. No, you're absolutely right.
which
Like,
I
listen,
loved.
when I fought that Minotaur, I about crapped everybody, dude. I was like, whoa, look at this thing.
Right? Oh man,
No, it
I
was
gotta pick
it
this
was
game
super
up.
intense. No, you really do. You'll spend countless hours on it.
All
Just
right.
you'll turn into Skunk if you're still watching, when you get so behind on your schoolwork.
Yeah, Skunk, come on, man. What are you doing over here? I don't know if you're still watching, but yeah, no. See, and like I said, that was me with Breath of the Wild when it first came out, and that's another thing we're gonna have to do. I know we have a lot of games like set up in the works and series, but I think that game alone is going to take up fuck like 3 episodes at most, 4 maybe, because there's
Probably.
so
I mean,
much.
we can do so much with that game. It's just
Right.
so big.
If we do that game though, I want to have some sort of developer, someone who actually or works in development and creates systems. Get on with us on that.
Yeah, because that would be big. I
Anyway,
mean, other than that, man, there's not a whole lot left to talk about with the rest of the series wrapping up. It's
yeah.
just they they did just such a good job. I will say this: in Odyssey, you do have a couple of tree branches to go down, and one of them
Hmm.
is like being a Spartan, and the other one is being like,
Oh no, we were going so good. He froze again. Big oof. He'll fix.
no, okay,
There we
internet's
go.
back. Jeez.
We gotta figure out a new way other than Discord for doing this.
Right. Well, it's no, it's my Mac side
Oh,
is what it is.
okay.
It, like, for some reason, it only wants to hold internet connectivity for like 20 minutes at a time,
I see.
max.
Yeah, Max. If you're on a MacBook, switch. Talking to you.
Um, I was looking at like this Alienware R11 Aurora computer,
Okay. Yeah.
and like the high end version of that desktop is
They're expensive. Those
like
fuckers are.
it was like 2 grand or something like
Yeah.
that.
Those do
And
not come cheap.
I told my girl, and she looked at me and she was like, "Well, I mean, isn't that what a MacBook costs?" And I was like, "Fair,
It's
fair."
just like, see, the MacBook is priced for like the Apple logo that's on it. That's the only reason why they're so
Right,
expensive.
right.
Like
No, you're absolutely
fucking
right.
my MSI can like dance circles around your MacBook.
Yeah, because the MacBook's not made for productivity, but it's made for productivity.
See, it
But
fucking Apple products. I feel like they're made for just like wanting to spend money that you don't have.
girls that sit in Starbucks with their coffees.
Right.
So getting back on point though,
Yeah. Yeah.
the with the trees, you can be like you can go down your stealth tree or you can go down your Spartan tree, and like the Spartan tree at the end of it, like you like go like this with your sword, and like I guess the best way to explain it would be like you coat your sword in like oil, and then you strike a stone against it to make sparks, and you turn your sword into a
What?
flaming blade. It's bro, it's insane.
That's
Um,
nifty. That's
they
nifty.
give you they give you a way to heal in combat. They give you a Spartan kick, and I think my favorite thing in the game is catching a guard that's like taking a piss off the like mountainside and
Mhm.
just sneaking up on them, and then just like this is Sparta right in their back and just ticking them off the fucking mountain. It's
Nice.
it's probably one of the greatest things I enjoy doing in that game. Um,
Damn. I need to
they
pick
do
that up.
have an archery tree as well,
Okay.
and if you get the bow of Artemis, which if you know
Yeah.
the Greek
Mhm.
lore,
Mhm.
Artemis is the archer.
Yeah.
But if
Goddess of the hunt.
you get the bow of Artemis, and then you get the ghost or the is it ghost of Artemis or shot of Artemis or something like that, you can activate it and you can actually shoot through a building. So
Oh.
not like through the entire fucking
But
building,
yeah,
but like
you can shoot through a wall.
if somebody's yeah, like if somebody's in a hut and they're just standing there, you can boop, push that ability, draw that thing back, aim, let go, and it'll go right through the wall. And people will like run to that area because they're like, he just got shot. Like he got shot indoors. What the fuck just happened? And
Damn.
you're like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, I definitely
Yeah,
love the not combat. The well, I'm completely blanking on this. The progression of that game, the leveling up and the branching into different experience points and professions. That's what I'm looking for.
yeah. Well, they actually have builds now. Like
Yeah.
you can actually build your character as a Spartan. You can build your character as an archer. You can build your character as a stealthy person.
Mhm. I love that.
And
I think
like
it's cool.
and your gear, the gear that you equip has stat markers. So like um you can have a sword that gives you like plus X to assassin damage,
Oh. Wow.
which would make your assassinations that much stronger. Like I think I went like full on assassin. So if I assassinate somebody, like even like a captain or something, like a high ranking dude, like you know one of the big dudes,
Right.
where you do like just a critical strike on them instead of actually just killing them off. If I hit them and crit on them, they die instantly.
Nice.
And if I don't, then it's like 2 or 3 hits afterwards and they die.
Right. That's cool. Damn.
No, it's
I
great.
I miss I missed out on this game
You need
then.
to pick it up.
Oh shit.
Yes, you did. You need to get the chance.
Hold on. I fucked up and accidentally called the emergency number on my phone. Hold on.
Good job. Well, while he deals with that, Chad, is there anyone that's played Assassin's Creed Odyssey or Origins? Is there anything that you guys want to add to what we've said? Have we missed anything?
Yes. What did we not ask? I
Oh
gotta
my god.
clear this. There we go. What did we not ask? What did we not talk about? Nothing.
Doesn't seem like it. Just figured I figured I'd ask before we wrap up because it's
Right.
getting close to that time.
Yeah, and I apologize, chat, for this being a short episode. I got some stuff I gotta take care of after this, but next week at 2 p.m. Friday, if Curtis's schedule they don't fuck him over again, but
Right.
expect us back here at 2 p.m. Eastern. I think we're gonna be doing Call of Duty Zombies. Um, I've always been a fan of that franchise, so if y'all want to sit and listen to us rant about Call of Duty Zombies and how they have changed from Nocturne Toten all the way to, oh man, what is the final map called? There's too many, but we're not going to be talking about Advanced Warfare Zombies because those don't count. We're talking about only what Treyarch has done for their Zombies franchise. But if you're interested in that, stop on by. But as always, it's been an ultimate pleasure coming in, just shit talking
Chatting
video
with
games and chatting.
Yep.
Anyway,
Awesome. I
is there
appreciate you
anything?
guys.
Yeah, is there anything you want to add, Curtis?
I'm good, man.
All right. Well, on that note, we will catch y'all on the next one. I'm actually gonna quickly find a channel to raid here, so let's just stick with me for a brief second. Um, it looks like we are
I
going
don't
to
think I
go
really know.
raid K Cams. If it'll load up, give me a sec, chat. I apologize. Here we go. All right, and on that note, like I said, it has been a pleasure. We will catch you all next week. Make sure to hit that follow if you liked what you saw. Go check us out on YouTube. We got some tutorial videos, and this is where we post our videos. So if you were unable to attend the entire thing, go check it out over there. Curtis also posts on Spotify and a couple other websites if you just want to listen to the audio version. Tune in.
TuneIn, Spotify. I don't know if we've heard back. Oh yeah, iHeart is got us on there now.
Yeah,
So
see
yep.
you later, Tyler. See you later. I'll see you in about 10 minutes. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for hanging out. But as always, it was a pleasure. See y'all on the next one.
Have a good one, guys.